Hello, everybody. I'm Pat Patterson, and in today's Motorsports Moment, we turn our attention to the season-opening ASA race in Missouri. The results certainly got tongues wagging, as Mark Allen reports.
The race got off to a bang on lap 5 when Ray Skillman and Alec Pincinot tangled on the front stretch. From this angle, the wreck looks a lot worse than it really was, as Skillman jumped out and walked away. Back under green, and Tony Raines was the leader, with Jay Sauter, pole sitter Johnny Benson Jr., and defending series titleist Mike Eddy running 1 through 4. The battle for the top spot heated up quickly between Sauter and Raines. It was a short-lived duel, though, as Sauter drove his KC Motorsports Chevy out front on lap 21. On lap 32, another yellow waved when Tom Jones, not the singer, but probably singing the blues, lost the power plant in his Fel-Pro Gaskets Pontiac. After an extended cleanup, the green was again displayed, but that didn't last long as 4 cars tangled in turn 3 and brought out the third caution. Among those involved was veteran Harold Fair, whose day was done. Back underway, and it was a battle of the black cars, with Sauter still the front runner. But close on his rear end was 7-time national champion Eddy in number 88. Randy McDonald proved just how good the styrofoam barrier can be. Its purpose is to minimize driver injury and car damage, but it's still a big mess to clean up. Around lap 100, the battle up front got hot again when Eddy moved to the inside, but it was to no avail as Sauter maintained the position for the moment.
Back with the controversial finish of the Missouri 250 in a moment.
This race day update is brought to you by Monroe Shocks and Struts, now with road sensing technology.
All right, let's wrap up the Missouri 250, where Jay Sauter is still leading.
Joel Knott was definitely in the wrong place at the wrong time when he went for this slide in the middle of turn 2. He collected Jim Cooper, Roger Evans, Bob Seneker, and a few others on lap 135. Back to green, and Sauter again was showing the field the back of his Chevy. The second position was now occupied by Benson, with Eddy right behind in third. Benson became a target for a pack of full-speed cars after contact with third-place Eddy. No one hit the stalled Chevy, and the Michigan native continued. Another victim in this incident was Brad Loney, who quickly got back into the fray. When racing resumed, Benson's injured Port City machine was strong, but to move closer to the front, he'd have to get by cars like number 78, driven by 92 Rookie of the Year Steve Holzhausen. The final yellow of the day was the most significant and the most controversial. Eddy dove to the inside and hit the leader. Sauter received race-ending damage while Eddy continued.
I guess Mike was just getting a little impatient as usual. He boofed me coming off, and just the car was gone and I couldn't hang on to it. It's a shame the KC Motorsports Weir Chevrolet Ruggles Buick V6 was running excellent. It's just a shame. I don't know why Mike has to drive like that, but we'll get him next time. Don't worry. I want to say happy Easter to my mom.
In the final laps, Eddy couldn't be caught by Benson as the Michigan native took the season-opening victory. Benson took second, with Winston Cup driver Ken Schrader third. Fourth went to Steve Carlson, and rounding out the top 5 was Tony Raines.
Now, that finish of that race prompted ASA officials to make a rules change regarding crashes. Needless to say, it worked out pretty good. I'm Pat Patterson. Thanks for joining us for this Motorsports Moment. We'll see you again soon.